Hello, everyone, to this Sunday night. I was about to say Saturday. It feels like Saturday for some reason. This Sunday night special interview we have with Camden West. How are you doing, Camden?
I'm doing great. How are you doing? Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on. I'm doing pretty good. It's actually been a nice weekend for a change instead of rain.
Are you in Nashville right now?
No, I'm in North Carolina, actually. Yeah, so I'm in Western North Carolina, but I will be in Nashville next week. I can't wait. So excited about going.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but you remind me where you're at.
I'm in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, that's right. I knew it was not California, but I knew it wasn't Nashville either. So, all right, Las Vegas. What's the weather like been there?
It's been pretty hot. So high 90s. Every few days or so it will get a little cooler, but it's pretty hot out here. A little windy, but yeah, it's hot.
That doesn't sound like comforting weather at all. And I've never been to Las Vegas, but pardon me for looking down. I'm trying to turn the volume down on this phone so it doesn't go off. I've never been to Las Vegas. My husband actually went last November to the SEMA show.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad goes to that every year, and he's in the automotive industry, and so he goes to it every year, and he took my husband with him last year. And, of course, he loved it. That he was in heaven. That was heaven on earth for my husband. But I've been to Arizona, and it's just like when I've been out there, it's a different kind of hot than what it is here in North Carolina. It's just so, I don't know how to explain it. You live there, so you know what I'm talking about, but it's just miserably hot.
Dry heat, so it's no humidity. But on on the East Coast and in the South and Tennessee, and I'm sure
the humidity is terrible.
It's pretty humid, so when it gets hot out there, you're sweating. Here, it's you don't sweat unless you really mean to sweat.
Well, when I was in Arizona, it was in December. And then, of course, the SEMA show is in November in Las Vegas. So I don't know what it's like in even in May or June for that matter, but it's got to be better than here with all the humidity.
Well, I mean, if you take out the humidity, I mean, it's hot. You just don't notice it until you think about it here. With the humidity, you walk outside and you know.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All right, let me see what this is looking like. Do we have any? It looks like we have a viewer right now. All right, before we signed on, Camden, to me, looks a little bit blurry in the picture. So if someone's viewing right now, could you comment and let me know if he looks blurry to you? That is what we were wondering. But it's not going to make much difference because we're going to go forward anyway.
This is on Facebook, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. It is actually going to my Facebook page and to my YouTube. Alan says, you ain't going to Las Vegas. No, I'm not going to Las Vegas anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's coming to Las Vegas anytime soon.
All right, Alan, what does Camden's side of the screen look like? Does he look blurry or clear to you? If you don't mind telling us that.
Looks okay.
Kathy said it looks okay to me. Okay, you can see the comments as well, Camden?
Yeah, I can see them.
Okay, awesome. Good. Okay. Well, we'll just go forward with it. And let me see. I was going to try to... All right, yeah, we're showing up live on here. Perfect. I was looking at my end. I want to try something if you don't mind. I'm gonna see if I can share this from my phone to, I don't know, somewhere else. Do you have a music page, a Facebook music page?
Yes, it's Camden West Music.
Okay, let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can share it to your page.
Awesome.
Nope, it will only let me share it to one of my pages if I click that. Let's see. All right. We've got some saying that you're blurry.
Uh-oh.
All right. Let me see, Camden. I don't know. Are you on a phone or a laptop?
I'm on a laptop right now.
Okay. You're on a laptop. Good. Okay. If you go to, do you see at the bottom where it says Cam and Mike?
Yeah.
If you click on that, hang with us a minute, audience. We're going to see if we can clear his picture up a little bit. I think I'm telling you right. I'm going to click with you. Click on the Cam and Mike.
Okay.
And you see where it says under camera, does yours say FaceTime HD camera?
Yes.
Okay. And then underneath it, what's your camera resolution?
It was 480. I just switched it to 720.
All right. Let's see if that makes a difference. Let me get out of that. Let me see if that makes a difference. That made a little bit of a difference. Okay. Somebody said it's your data speed. Okay, Alan, I'm glad you're techie because I am not techie. So if it's his data speed, we can't do anything about that. Am I correct? But you switching the resolution did make a little bit of difference, I think, because you're clearer to me.
Let's see if, idea. One sec.
Okay.
I'm gonna try plugging directly into the Wi-Fi box.
Yeah, plug directly internet instead of Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Let me see if that works. Hold on.
That could make a difference. Okay. All right, bear with us, audience. We're trying to get Camden clear so y'all can see him really good. The important part is that y'all hear him, but it would be nice if you saw him as well. So we're trying to get that straightened out. He'll be back with us in a moment. Maybe I can do this. All right, bear with us, guys. He'll be back in just a second. I apologize. So, for my audience members that I have watching, what have y'all been up to? Comment. Let me know what you've done this Memorial Day weekend. Kathy, are you still on here? It just dawned on me who you were. Oh my gosh, Kathy, so good to see you on here.
No.
Hey, you're clear.
Oh, better? Awesome.
Yeah. Okay. It's a little dark, but you're clear.
Let me see if I can turn the lights a little brighter.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right, well, we'll try.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that's definitely better. All right. June and I rode the Harley over Lake Waccamaw. Oh, yeah, it's a good day for riding, Carson, for real. All right. I've got a couple of my friends on here, so I was just talking to them while you were trying to figure things out. Carson's a big Harley rider, but his wife, June, same as me. My husband used to have a Harley and he got rid of it because I just got to the point where I didn't feel comfortable riding with him. And it's nothing to do with him at all. I totally trusted his driving. It was just, I don't know. I had like a panic attack and I was like, I can't do this. What if we wreck and something happens to both of us? We got kids to worry about. But our kids are grown now, you know. But I think June had the same fears I did, not about their children. Their children are grown as well, but just feeling kind of uncomfortable. Well, last year they got a Harley trike, and she loves it. So she will ride with him now. So that's what we're thinking we're going to do is I'm going to try it, see how it works. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, that's exciting. My uncle used to ride Harley Davidsons, and then he ended up selling them, and he just got a 3-wheeled one. Yeah. And I rode it the other day, and it was pretty cool.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Pretty fun.
Yeah. So you're not a big rider. You just you rode it a little bit, or did you have?
I've just rode a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. I'd like to get more into it.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe ride a real motorcycle. That'd be cool.
I want to get comfortable with it so we can go ride with our friends because they go on these riding trips all the time. And pardon me, I'm so sorry. I would love to get comfortable with it so I can go with them. Because, I mean, it's not any fun if I'm sitting back there having a panic attack.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, we definitely don't want to do that. Well, I noticed right before when I was waiting for you to sign on, Camden, I looked at your Instagram and I saw bits of a song that you were doing with, and forgive me, I don't know who she was. I didn't have long to look at it. But you were singing in a different language.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
Yeah. So recently I was asked to be part of this project. Based through Nashville, and we teamed up with a few Nashville musicians teamed up with a few musicians from Israel, and our task was to do a little collaboration and put out a video, and I was lucky enough to be part of it, and I worked with a girl named Noam, and we sang a song, and I wanted to sing it in Hebrew too, and it was cool. It was cool. So it all got released today, and it was a cool challenge to do, and I'm glad I did it. So,
I thought it was absolutely beautiful. I of course, couldn't understand a word of it, but still, even though I don't understand it, the beauty of it still comes through. So that was accomplished. If that's what you were after.
And it's a song called. In Hebrew, it's At lo nisheret levad, and it means you are never alone. So kind of we chose that just because right now, we're alone together. So not really. So it was fun. It was a lot of fun to do.
All right. So are you going to do a translation of it into English?
At the end of the song, we translate one of the choruses into English.
Okay.
So, the last chorus is in English, and it's cool.
Okay, I'm gonna have to listen to the whole thing. Yeah, I said, I just got the little snippet that was on your story. So, I'm gonna have to listen to the whole thing. And audience, for you guys listening or watching, Camden is on Facebook and on Instagram. It's Camden West Music. So y'all be sure to go check that out. And of course, Spotify, Apple Music, all the other musical platforms that they are.
Yeah, anywhere you can find music, you can probably find me.
Yeah. So y'all make sure that you go check Camden out. I have actually had the pleasure of doing an event with Camden before. He was on our virtual roundtable event that we had a couple of weeks ago that Lizzie Cates and I did. So I'm very familiar with his music. So trust me, y'all will not regret it going to check him out. You'll want to do that. So what have you been doing in this quarantine time to keep you busy, Camden, besides doing that song, obviously, I suppose?
Yeah, I'm doing trying to do a lot more writing. So I'm writing a lot, have a lot of free time. I've been getting in shape, kind of. I've been going running every day,
Ah,
which I haven't done since high school. I used to do cross country in high school, and then once I left
okay.
high school, went to college, I kind of forgot about running and never did it. And now I have the time, and my family's around me to kind of make sure I stay on top of doing it. And we all go out and go on walks every day, and I like to run, and we ride bikes. And but yeah, a lot of what I've been doing is working on music, getting some recording done, um, and just trying to do what I can with what I have. With
Right.
we have social media, so I'm trying to learn different ways to take advantage of it and learn new things. Try to figure out how to do things myself, because it's definitely different with. You lose a lot of resources when you're not able to be around people. So
Mhm.
learning to do those things yourself, I think, is pretty valuable. So I've been trying to get better at putting together videos and music videos and making content and all sorts of stuff like that.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting if it's not something that you're used to doing.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, it can be a challenge. I have found out since I've started this social media world that I'm not techie at all. I can maneuver my way around Instagram and Facebook and do the things that I have to do, but when it comes to the technical stuff, uh, I'm no good at it. So my hat's definitely off to producers, whether
right.
it be film, musical, whatever. All the people that are involved in bringing y'all's videos together, your songs together.
Yeah.
Um, my hat's off to them because they have got some knowledge that I don't even begin to have.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, there's a lot to it, and there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that no one really realizes even happens. And
yeah,
it's there, and it's like an iceberg. You just see the tip, and then underneath it,
exactly.
huge, huge project, lots of people. It's a whole team. It's a huge, it's a production. So it's very valuable people that do that, and it's nice to know, and definitely takes a lot of talent for those people to be able to do what they do. And
Oh, absolutely. Now, do you produce any of your music or you just write and sing and you let the other people do all that stuff?
I'll do a little co-producing, but right now I'm not 100% ready to be on the computer myself and make it sound good. I mean, I do it alone, but I don't usually release any of it, um, except for a few things, a few small things. But most of the time, I like to get friends' opinions, and um, I like to work on it with other people just because I think two minds are better than one, and
Oh, yeah.
it's good to it's good to get other people's views on things, in my opinion. But I
Yeah.
do what I can when it comes to producing, and um, I like to co-produce on my stuff. But when it comes to just me working on a computer trying to do all that, I'm not there yet. So
Yeah, I totally get that. Well, you want to sing something for us since
yeah,
forgot that we spent like the first 10 minutes trying to get ready here. So I was just like in interview mode instead of music mode. But
no, that's
yeah,
okay.
let's hear something.
Cool. I just came out with a song on was
Excuse
it
me.
Friday? It's a new song came out on Friday, and it's called "100 Years or So."
Yes.
What does it mean to be gone? What does it mean to be gone? Does it mean you've gone home? What happens to our soul What will happen to our souls? Do they go to the stars? And I've heard that when people leave, our souls become the trees. We fly like birds and bees. And I've heard we're forgiven for what we've done. Our families become one. We feel our mother's love. I like to know. Someday I'll go in 100 years or so. What do you think it looks like? What do you think it looks like? Does it feel like earth? Does it smell like earth? What does it mean when it rains? What does it mean when it rains? Do they send it down to cleanse our pain? Oh, to wash away our pain. And I've heard that when people leave, our souls become the trees. We fly like birds and bees. And I've heard we're forgiven for what we've done. Our families become one. We feel our mother's love. I like to know. Someday I'll go in 100 years or so. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Must I believe? Must I believe that my soul will just watch over everything? Should I believe? Should I believe that my soul will just follow my lead? And I've heard that when people leave, we see our legacy, see everything we've seen. And I've heard we're forgiven for what we've done. Our family has become one. We feel our Father's love. I like to know. Someday I'll go, yeah. And I've heard that when people leave, our souls become the trees. We fly like birds and bees. And I've heard we're forgiven for what we've done. Our families become one. We feel our mother's love. I like to know. Someday I'll go in 100 years or so. Someday I'll go in 100 years or so.
I love that. Love that. That is beautiful.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that one just came out on Friday. Wherever music is played. I recorded that one back in Nashville, and I'm happy about it. Got to do it with my friends, and yeah, fun one to do.
Now, who did you do that with, Dan?
No. That was a solo, right?
Aren't y'all working on a project now?
No.
Or no? Maybe he's working on one with Andrew.
Maybe he's working with Andrew. Yeah, he's working with Andrew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Getting that all mixed up. So this one you recorded in Nashville.
I recorded in Nashville, yeah.
Do you typically go to Nashville when you record, or do you record out there as well?
Well, I've recorded out here in Vegas. I mean, the past year and a half I've been living in Nashville until COVID happen.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I record in both places. Growing up in Vegas, I kind of did a lot of stuff here, and then when I moved to Nashville, worked a lot over there, and you get the best of both worlds, kind of doing it in both places.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, because I mean, obviously the music scene is big in Vegas as well. It's just different.
It's different. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Vegas is the entertainment scene.
Right.
Nashville, it's the music capital of the world. Vegas is the entertainment capital. So when it comes to music, I mean, it's different. It's a pretty small original music scene in Vegas, just because people don't really know about it. But it's a very close music scene. So everyone in the music scene knows each other. We all kind of go through stages together, and then there's the Strip, the Las Vegas Strip, kind of entertainment scene, which is what people know about Vegas. So people come to Vegas because they want to see an Elvis impersonator, or go to a Cirque du Soleil show. So it's there's two parts of the industry in Vegas. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And then Nashville, you have the whole music industry, which is also cool.
Oh yeah.
Also a bunch of great musicians and performers, everything. So it's cool. It's cool to kind of see both and be able to experience both.
And then if you add in LA or New York, then you've got two more completely different music scenes. So I mean, it's good that there's a variety. But if I had to choose one, it would definitely be Nashville.
Yeah, I mean, Nashville's awesome. Nashville's awesome. I think everything you need is in Nashville. If you're a musician, it's all there. It's all there. I enjoy both.
Well, I've never been to Vegas, so I mean, I can't judge that one. Well, heck, I've never been to Los Angeles either, and I've only been through New York, and that was a long time ago. So I really fairly judge them all.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you're into. I think there's a cool culture over here in Las Vegas when it comes to music scene, the downtown scene. It's kind of an artsy scene of people, and very it's changing into this cool new world of art. So if you go downtown, which was old Las Vegas, which you see in all these old like James Bond movies, you'll see old Las Vegas. That whole area is turning into this very new up and coming kind of arts district type area where cool. People have outdoor markets and all sorts of cool things. And then you have the actual Strip, which is Las Vegas Boulevard, which is the new, I mean, it's been around for forever now, but with the huge casinos, everything. So it's cool. I think you'd enjoy Vegas.
My husband was completely blown away. I mean, you can imagine this country boy from the middle of nowhere, North Carolina, going out to Vegas for the first time. He was completely blown away. But in the same token, I mean, he loved it as far as a vacation. But he would never live in somewhere like that. Never. I could not imagine him. But yeah, that's the place I definitely want to go. It's on my bucket list. I do want to go there. I think I'm the only one of the kids or significant others that my dad hasn't taken to the SEMA show. So yeah, I'm going to have to talk to him about that.
Yeah, we can make it out. It's an interesting place. Growing up, when I used to tell people, they're like, "Where do you live? Where'd you grow up?" Las Vegas. I mean, they're like, "Wait, did you grow up in a hotel?" And
yeah, I think when you say Las Vegas, people automatically think hotel, casino.
Yeah. I mean, they're everywhere.
The only thing that's there.
There's a whole other world here, but I mean, that's definitely a big part of Las Vegas. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. So new music you have been writing. Of course, you just had one drop Friday. So are you working on like a full LP to drop or EP, sorry. Or are you just putting out singles right now?
So right now I'm just putting out singles. I put out a single a month since March.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
3 new songs just came out. But I'm just working right now, putting out singles, and then eventually it's going to turn into an EP or an album.
That's
little
awesome.
later.
Yeah.
But being here, it's kind of just, it's nice to be able to just release music, and I think people, they're more likely to listen to it if it's just one song at a time, and then they'll say, I'll listen to that song, and oh, he has another song coming out next month. Okay, I'll go listen to that again because I heard it last month. So
Yeah.
that way it kind of keeps it going instead of releasing one thing right at one time where they're like, okay, I'll listen to the whole album right now, and then they never go back to it.
Yeah.
Where, when you release singles, it's kind of, they'll go listen to it because it's something new each time.
Yeah. Well, and I like that you're doing it on a monthly basis. I know you know who Granger Smith is?
Yes.
Okay. A lot of people, they either like, oh yeah, I know who he is and I love his music, or who are you talking about? But I love, that's what he had been doing, of course, before they lost their son. But he was putting out one each month. And he said that's, what he wanted to do to keep his fans, not necessarily just attentive, but always expecting something new from him. So I love that you're doing that. Yeah.
Kind of gives people something to like, oh yeah, he's been releasing something every month. Now I know I can look forward to something next month. So
exactly. Yeah. I like that avenue. That's really smart. I like that. So any teasers on what we can expect next month then?
I haven't figured out which one I'm going to release next month yet. I'm still in the figuring it out phase.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to have to be sure to have you back on when that one releases then. We'll just, as long as you're releasing monthly, we'll make this a monthly thing. And I'll just have you on like each day after you release the new one so we can like critique it for you. But review it, because I have nothing bad to say about that one at all. That one, I love it. It's great. I don't, some songs, if I wanted to, I could be picky and say, well, I don't like, there's part of it I don't like, or part of it just didn't jive with me, or I got lost in it, or, in a bad way, got lost from it. But that one just keeps your attention, and you pulled me in emotionally with that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I love that one. So that was 100 years or so, people. So make sure y'all put that on your music list, whatever y'all listen to. Who would you say your musical inspirations come from? Because I've heard like different, with your music, I'm trying to think how to say it. You don't fit into just a box. You can't say I don't feel like with you can say you're just one type of artist. Your music is a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, I've always kind of, in my mind, made it a point to not be able to fit into a box.
Right.
It's hard for me to even classify what I am. I mean, I grew up listening to rock music, a lot of classic rock.
Uh-huh.
The Rolling Stones have always been my favorite band.
Oh, yeah.
Still to this day. And the thing, one of the things I love about them is they're also kind of like that. I mean, they're the rock and roll, they have blues, and then a lot of their stuff has kind of country influence on it. A lot of it has, R&B, whatever. And it's all over the place.
Yeah.
They have some reggae stuff. So I always admired that about them. And they've always just been kind of it for me. I mean, growing up, they're my dad's favorite band too. So from a young age, we would go to concerts, and they just became my all-time favorite. But yeah, a lot of classic rock: the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, Led Zeppelin.
Oh yes.
So all of that, and I love all that stuff, and I like to think that somewhere in some of my music, there's some of those influences, but I don't know. It's a big mashup of all sorts of things that goes into
Yeah.
it. So,
Well, I mean, that just obviously it makes you more of a well-rounded artist that way, but I kind of like it when, I mean, you've got some artists that, okay, without a doubt, they're country, without a doubt, they're pop, without a doubt,
yeah,
they're, whatever. But I kind of like the ones like you and Ryan Clark and trying to think of some others. Definitely Nick Isham, who I was supposed to interview before you, and I had to change that till tomorrow. Y'all don't fit into that little box, like that you can definitely say one or the other. And I really like that because I like a variety of music. If you looked at my Spotify, you would be like, what?
all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, I go from one end of the spectrum to the other. And so I like it when you can get a mix of things, or, one person might take it a little bit different than somebody else does.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think that's the cool thing about music is music can mean and feel so many different ways to different people. I mean,
Absolutely.
if I write a song, I can be thinking of one thing, and then someone else will hear it, and it will make them feel a whole different way. And I think that's the most beautiful part about music in general is just that it can affect people in different ways. And something that may feel country to one person may not feel country to another person, or
Right.
with anything, any genre, any feeling to a song, any type of lyricism. I think it all, it's what you're feeling at a time. It may mean something completely out there to someone else. And a lot of my music is like that, where I'll kind of write about something that may not totally make sense to the person listening at the time, but once they think about it, they can kind of form their own story behind it. And that's what I like about music. I think you froze.
Stable interconnect. Are you back with me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It froze up for a minute. It did that a while ago when you were singing, and it just froze up all of a sudden. I don't know what's happening with this.
Huh.
Anyway, okay, you were saying, trying to remember exactly what you were saying last, something about one of your songs may seem country.
Oh yeah, well, I think that music is all up to interpretation.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
I think someone can write something in one way and then it be completely perceived in a different way by someone else. And I think that's a beautiful thing that comes with writing and art. I mean, I think that's the coolest part about it is it doesn't have to mean the same thing to every single person.
Right. Exactly. Now, have you always written and sang, or was there another plan before music?
Well, growing up, I got put into music lessons pretty young. I started off on piano, and then I wanted to be a drummer.
Oh,
Yeah, and my
that
parents.
comes from the classic rock thing, I bet.
Yeah, oh yeah, and my parents said, well, the only way you can learn drums is if you also learn guitar, because my mom wanted me to be able to play guitar around a campfire. So.
I love that. Yes, that's such a mom answer. I love that.
So I ended up, I had a drum teacher who taught me drums for half of the lesson, and the other half he taught me guitar.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so got into that, and then eventually guitar became my main focus instrument, and then I started wanting to form bands, and I was a drummer of a band at first, and then we were realizing, well, there's no one singing. Someone has to sing. It can't always be just an instrumental band. I mean, you can, but that wasn't our thing at the time. And then just decided it would be cool to try to sing too. And I started writing around then too. And yeah, it just went from there. So I just like being able to, be up there with a guitar. And I always thought of myself as a guitar player. more than a singer. Kind of. That's just how I grew up. A lot of what I do, a lot of my writing, a lot of my recordings are all kind of guitar oriented. So it all revolves around a guitar. But yeah.
Now, do you come up with the melody first or the lyrics first?
It all depends on the song. Most of the time, it's probably the melody.
Okay.
It's usually the melody. I'll usually kind of just be driving in a car or walking around with my guitar, just playing something, and something will pop up in my head and I'll record it. And then other times I'll just have something that I'm playing on the guitar, and then it will all flow from there. So it just depends.
Where do you find that you get most of
You froze up again.
from to write your songs?
Sorry.
No, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back now. Did you say?
I don't know what happened. Yeah, where do you find your inspiration for your songs?
It really just, a lot of it comes from personal experiences, whatever is going through in my life at the time. And, sometimes it's what's going on in the world, what's going on in the news. Yeah, I mean, it's a variety of things, but most of the time, just what I'm feeling, what's going on in my life, in my head, what's bothering me, what's making me happy. So
yeah, just feelings. That seems to be the answer I get from most everybody, which I mean makes complete sense actually. Do you prefer, if you had to pick one or the other, would you rather write or sing?
I have a weird thing of playing. So if I was to release a song that I didn't write at all, and I was just singing it and calling it my own, I've always had a weird thing with that. So I've always considered myself more of a writer and performer. I mean, I like to perform what I do. I mean, I love playing, other people's songs, but I don't think I could personally get away with it internally by only recording songs that I've not written. So,
and I asked you that because it was interesting. That first came up to me yesterday. It was interesting. I was having the interview with Dan, and my brother is actually a radio DJ up in Maryland, and he just so happened to be tuned in watching that interview, and he popped that question up. And that's never been a question that I've asked anybody before. And I thought it was interesting. And, Dan was like, I can't choose one or the other. They just they go together. So I was just curious what your answer was going to be to that. That's why I phrased it the way I did.
That's a cool question. I don't know what you're gonna ask. But yeah, I mean, it's a big thing. I think personally for me as a writer and artist, I kind of do my own thing that fits together in one thing.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Right to fit you, not somebody else.
Yeah, and I don't know if a lot of my songs would fit another artist singing it. So I'd say writing and doing that for myself. So.
I totally get that answer. While it was a unique question, I don't think it's really a question that guys like you can really answer. I mean, I think if you're a writer, a singer-songwriter, you're a singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
It's like you can't separate those two things really.
Yeah.
And ultimately, I think maybe that's why Chris Stapleton came out and started singing. I don't know. Maybe he was tired of writing songs for everybody else. And maybe he had that same feeling like, I'm writing this stuff and I need to be the one to sing it.
Yeah. I mean, and he's so great at it.
Oh my God, he's amazing. He's amazing.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy to think of, why it just happened when it did. Why didn't it happen so much earlier?
I know, right? Because, I mean, you might have known who he was before, but I didn't know who he was before. Just your, ordinary country fan, probably didn't know who Chris Stapleton was before he started singing.
Right.
And then I was like, how does everybody know who he is? He just popped out of nowhere. And then when I learned who he was, I was like, oh, okay. Well, this all makes sense now.
Yeah.
I was like, he's been, in some back room writing all these freaking hit songs for everybody else all these years. Yeah, it's crazy. But he's crazy good. He's crazy
awesome.
Yeah.
I really respect what he does, and his artistry, his voice, his writing, he is, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, everything. There's I challenge anybody to say anything bad about him.
Yeah,
yeah, you can't. I mean, unless you just don't like his beard. I mean, that might be the only thing somebody can come up with, But it works for him. So, hey. So you said the Rolling Stones was one of the ones that you really looked up to the most. If outside of your music that you typically write, if you were doing a show, do you have a go-to song that you want to always sing at your concerts?
Like a cover song?
Yeah.
So a lot of my shows, I'll throw in a Rolling Stone song somewhere in there. And it's usually Gimme Shelter by the Rolling Stones. And,
well, I'm going to ask you to sing that then, right?
Okay.
That's where I was headed with that.
All right. Do it right now?
Yeah.
My very life today. If I don't get some shelter, oh yeah, I'm gonna fade away now. Oh, children, it's just a shadow, it's just a shadow. Whoa, children, it's just a shadow, it's just a shadow. Oh yeah, the fire's been sweeping my very street today. It burns like a red cold carpet. Matt-Bo lost his way now. Whoa, children, it's just a shadow, it's just a shadow. Whoa, children, it's just a shadow, 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 it's just a shadow. Oh yeah, I've been learning my very life today. Give me shelter. Oh, I'm gonna fade away now. Whoa, children, it's just a shadow, it's just a shadow. Whoa, children, it's just a shadow, it's just a shadow. Love, sister, it's just a kiss away, it's just a kiss away. Love, sister, it's just a kiss away, 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 kiss away, kiss away, just a kiss away. Oh no, yeah, I say, whoa, children, it's just a shot away. It's just a shot away. Whoa, choose you. It's just a shot away. It's just a shot away. Some Rolling Stones.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Now, is that your favorite song by the Stones?
It's up there. Yeah, I have a few different favorite ones, but that's definitely up in the top 5.
Up in the top 5. Yeah.
Up in the top 5. I mean, let's see.
That's a great one that one is a great one for sure. But I like, of course, everybody likes Satisfaction.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, that's just kind of like a Rolling Stone staple. But I think one of my favorites is Jumpin' Jack Flash.
So that was actually the first concert I ever played in front of a live crowd. Was
really?
in 5th grade. Well, it must have been the first time that I got up by myself and was like, I'm going to do this. I was in 5th grade, and it was a talent show, my 5th grade talent show. And I went up with my electric guitar, and I remember staring down at the floor. I had no microphone, but I had my guitar turned all the way up, and I was playing Jumpin' Jack Flash while staring at the ground singing. No one could hear a word I was saying, but that was a song. That's probably one of my favorites too.
That is pretty cool. That's pretty cool that you did that. Wow. All right. In college, did you study music?
So I went into college as a classical guitar major. So for guitar, and then I ended up minoring in music because I decided I wanted to focus more on. I knew what I wanted to do in the music world.
Right.
I also knew what I didn't see myself doing, and I didn't see myself becoming a classical performance guitar player. I always wanted to be a writer. I wanted to be on stage. I wanted to sing and do that. And it was cool learning all that, but I ended up minoring in music after it all. And in high school, I went to a performing arts high school here in Las Vegas.
That's cool.
Yeah, where we get majors, and
yeah,
my major was classical guitar, and so I did that throughout high school, and then went into college doing it, and I eventually just decided there are other things that I want to be doing. So yeah, that's how it went.
Now, did you go to a college specifically that focuses on music, or where'd you go to college at?
I went to University of Arizona.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, I mean, they have a great music school, but not specifically a music school. But yeah, it was cool. Close enough to Vegas, a little far from Vegas, so it was nice. Still the desert.
Yeah, still homey to you.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, let's ask some fun questions now instead of music related questions. Okay. We like to get to know Camden outside of music. So what are some of your favorite hobbies? What do you like to do when you're not playing music or writing or something?
I like to run.
Oh, yeah. You said that at the beginning.
I have a newfound love of running for some reason.
Have you ever done a marathon?
I was thinking about it. I'd like to one day. I'd have to train a lot more for it, but hopefully one day I'll be able to do that. Maybe I'll start with a half marathon.
Yeah.
And then go from there.
That's probably a safe bet.
Yeah, no, I love to run. Running. I like some TV shows. Game of Thrones.
Have you been binge watching anything during this quarantine? Everybody has been binge watching something. I feel like
I'm trying to remember what I've been. For a bit I was binge watching stuff, and then the past few weeks to a month I haven't actually been watching, which is interesting. But I was watching a show called, what was it called? Strike Back, which is kind of a British MI6 agent and an American CIA agent coming together, and they go into foreign countries and do some, CIA work. So that was a cool show.
I'd have to write that down. That sounds like something that me and my husband enjoy.
Really cool show. That's on, I think it's on Amazon.
Okay.
That one out.
Yeah, we'll do Amazon and Netflix. So
yeah. But yeah,
usually if one doesn't have it, the other one will. So
the other one will. So I mean, there's a lot of cool shows. Prison Break's an awesome show. I don't know if
oh my God, I love that show. Yes, we watched it actually when it first came on. So we were getting it episode by episode on TV. But oh yeah, that's an awesome show.
It is a really cool show. That's definitely one of my favorites. Yeah, I mean, I like a lot of that kind of stuff.
Action packed,
all of that. That's my favorite.
if it's action stuff like that, or anything medical, or anything like the police shows like Blue Bloods and Chicago PD and SWAT.
You watched The Good Doctor?
Oh yeah.
My family's been watching a little bit of that. So.
Oh yes. Yes, that is a phenomenal show. I cannot think right now. It's just not coming to me right now what Sean's real name is, but he is just a phenomenal actor.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did you watch Bates Motel?
No, but he's in that, isn't he?
Yes.
I think I've seen a commercial or something.
Yeah, it's so crazy to have watched Bates Motel and the character that he was in that, and now watching him in Good Doctor, and because it's it's bad versus good.
Yeah.
He's just phenomenal. He is a crazy good actor.
Awesome.
So yeah, I love if it's a medical, because I'm a nurse by profession. Sadly, I just don't get to work as a nurse anymore. So if it has anything to do in the medical field, I'm watching it.
Yeah.
So
my family too. My family's all in the medical field, so we watch a lot of shows like that and everything that has to do with that, which is cool. You froze again. Okay. All right, there we go.
Oh, you're back. Yay. Okay. One show that I feel like a lot of the Nashville folks have maybe binged or at least are planning to watch is Outer Banks.
I've heard about it. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it has Charles Esten in it.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's really, really good. And of course, it was supposedly filmed in the Outer Banks of North Carolina, but it wasn't. It was actually filmed in Charleston, South Carolina.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, well, there were some legalities involved, I think, with filming is why they ended up switching places at the last minute. But they still refer to it, of course, as the Outer Banks. And I mean, that's the name of the show, but it's actually really good. And there again, it was interesting seeing Deacon. He was Deacon in Nashville. Seeing Charles play that role and then in this type of role. So it's, completely different characters again.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you'll have to check that one out. It's really good.
I've heard it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right. So this is a common interview question. You've probably gotten it before. If you could have dinner with anybody you wanted, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Okay. Wow. Paul McCartney, Keith Richards, and Mick Jagger.
Oh, of course. Okay, I should have known that was coming. Yeah.
One of the three of them. Just because it would be really cool to hear the stories and just be in the presence. From multiple angles, as a fan, as a learning songwriter, as a just someone that admires them. It would be really cool to sit with one of them.
Yeah, it really would be. I think if I was going to pick somebody musical, if truthfully, I mean, you know, I could pick some of my favorites out there, you know, like Tim McGraw or Kane Brown or Reba. But if I go off of that avenue, if I picked someone like that, it would be Elvis.
Elvis would be a really cool one. Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think Elvis or Prince.
Yeah.
I love Prince. So, yeah, Elvis or Prince. I could get some.
It's one of them. Yeah.
Stories from them, I'm sure.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, the stories they would have to tell. Yeah, that would be fun.
Definitely. Oh my God.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to throw a weird question out there at you. Kara may have asked you this one because this is a Kara question. I don't know if you saw last night. Me and her did an interview of each other last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's out there. You'll have to look on my Facebook page. It's out there. We had so much fun doing it. It was like, you know, the two of us interview all these artists all the time. Let's interview each other so our mutual people out there can learn a little bit about us. We had a blast doing it. It was so much fun. But so I know this is one of her questions that she likes to ask. If you could be an animal, what animal would you choose and why?
Wow. Good question.
That one stumped me. I had to say.
A lion.
A lion. Okay.
Because, well, first they have great hair, which is cool.
For real.
They have good hair. They're kind of the king of the
king of the jungle.
But they can also be pretty gentle at times.
Yeah.
From things I've seen, and yeah, I think that's cool. I think it's cool when you can kind of be gentle but also strong at the same time.
Exactly. That it's interesting you said that because that is exactly the way I have raised my boys.
See, I think that's the way. That's how people should be.
Exactly. I wholeheartedly agree with you there. I said cheetah.
Cheetah too.
A cheetah, yeah. So we're in the same family then.
Yeah, exactly.
So speaking of that, did you watch the Tiger King?
I did watch the Tiger King.
You did?
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I don't know. And I've still went back and forth. I'm like, part of me wants to watch it just out of curiosity. And then I know I'm going to sit there like wanting to cuss at the TV or throw something at it or something. It's going to drive me nuts.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an interesting show. It's you have to be in the mindset to kind of really accept that this is real. I mean, it's just funny because it seems like you're watching a reality TV show of characters that shouldn't be real.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, I don't mind him personally. You know, his I know touchy subject I'm fixing to touch on here. A lot of people would refuse to watch it because of his lifestyle. That doesn't bother me at all. I don't care. Don't care. I just don't. He's just a character. I don't know if I can handle his personality. That's what I meant by that. You know, his personal life, I don't care about. That's fine. But he's just got this boisterous personality that just is kind of like in your face.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that would irritate me or not.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to actually meet him and see what he's really like in person.
Exactly.
Not to someone that he's in business with, but yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah. It's like you said though, it's like reality TV that the characters shouldn't be real. Yeah. But that's pretty much the way reality TV is anyway, I think.
That's true.
Anymore.
That's true. Definitely.
When reality TV started out, I think it really was reality.
Yeah.
But now it's so scripted.
Now it's all scripted. Every conversation is fixed to be, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just like, all the shows that, like The Bachelor and The Voice, American Idol. I think they're all scripted.
Oh yeah,
all of them.
definitely.
And it's sad because I really believe when they first started out, they weren't.
Yeah.
You know, like when Carrie Clarkson. Yeah, let's just blend the two of them there. When Carrie won and Kelly won, and you know, back in the beginning of the days, I think it was real, and what happened. Yeah. But now, I think they picked the winner from the get go.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they do.
Yeah, but I mean, in all of that, even if that's what they do, they still do launch a lot of careers.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's still a good thing, I suppose. But all right, let's hear another song. You got time for?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's just finish this out with a song or two, whatever you want to
do. Cool. I'll do the last one I released right before 100 years or so.
Yes, I was going to ask you to do that if you weren't planning on it. So
yeah, no, I'll do it. This one's called One Love, and yeah, here we go.
All right.
Day breaks and we see the sun, and it shines like a diamond when we wake up. Yeah. We all smile when we see it come, 'cause just like us, it's rising up. Oh, I wanna shout it out loud. Oh, you can't bring us down. One love, come on, sing it in the street now. One heart, moving to the beat now. One song, everybody on your feet now. It's not about you, it's not about me, it's about we now. One love. Night falls and we raise our cups, together with the stars we light it up. What's there to complain about? We got good vibes and link all around. Oh, I wanna shout it out loud. Only you can't bring us down. One love, come on, sing it in the street now. One heart, moving to the beat now. One song, everybody on your feet now. It's not about you, it's not about me, it's about we now. One love. It's about we now. We laugh, we sing, we dance, we drink, we live to love. That's all we need. We laugh, we sing, we dance, we drink, we live to love. That's all we need. One love, come on, sing it in the street now. One heart, moving to the beat now. One song, everybody on your feet now. It's not about you, it's not about me, it's about we now. One love, come on, sing it in the street now. In the street now, one heart, I'm moving to the beat now, to the beat now. One song, everybody on your feet now. It's not about you, it's not about me, it's about we now. One love. It's about we now. Oh, it's about we now. Oh, it's about we now. One love.
Yes. I think that one is my favorite.
Oh man, thank you.
Yeah, that one is definitely my favorite. That's why I was gonna be sure to ask you to sing it, but I figured you would anyway. So
I have to do it. I appreciate that. Yeah, that one was a fun one to do.
That was great. I absolutely love it. You got time to do one more?
Sure. Yeah. Definitely.
All right. We'll do one more, and we'll end it on a great note there.
Yeah. How about I'll end with an unreleased one for you.
All right. Yeah. I always like to get sneak peeks.
Rising up from the bottom, filling up from her rain. Sometimes there's no stopping when she's draining out her pain. Soaking in her energy, I'm empathetic for her. As much as I wanna hold it in, the water's flowing over. Raindrops filling up, the barrel starting to seep through. There's no way of stopping all the damage you can do. I don't wanna overflow, but my planks are about to break. For you, I wanna be there for, but I can't be the barrel for your rain. The barrel for your rain. Our love could be perfection. She makes it a hurricane. Drowning in her baggage, the wood is cracking, but I still stay. I don't wanna leave, 'cause somehow she makes me whole. But if that cloud keeps flooding now, at some point I'll have to go. Raindrops filling up, the barrel starting to seep through. There's no way of stopping all the damage you can do. I don't wanna overflow, but my planks are about to break. For you, I wanna be there for, but I can't be the barrel for your rain. The barrel for your rain. The water is overflowing now. I never thought I could live without. Raindrops filling up the barrel, starting to seep through. There's no way of stopping all the damage you can do. No, raindrops filling up the barrel, starting to seep through. There's no way of stopping all the damage you can do. I don't wanna overflow, but my planks are about to break. For you, I wanna be there for, but I can't be the barrel. For you, I wanna be there for, but I can't be the barrel for your rain. The barrel for your rain. The barrel for your pain. The barrel for your rain. All right.
Love that. Love that. Did you sing that on Kara's show one time?
I probably did. I might have.
Yeah. I think I've heard that before. And that would have to be where I heard it from, since it's not released. Yeah, I like that a lot. She's asking, I don't remember you telling me about that. Maybe I don't know. My brain is fried today, Kara. She said, can you sing Once Summer Ends?
Yeah.
Oh, is that the name of a song?
Yeah, that's the name of a song.
Okay. I was like, what? Okay, now I get what she's saying. I thought she meant, can you sing Once the Summer's Over? Not the name of a song. I wasn't getting that.
Once summer ends, I will sing again. Wait till September or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Can you sing Once Summer Ends?
Yeah. If we have time for it, I'll definitely.
Oh, yeah. I've got time.
All right. Yeah, this one's called Once Summer Ends. This was off my first album. Yeah, hope you enjoy it.
All right.
Is it too far gone? On the other side, does the pain get colder? All the lights die. It was like an endless rainbow when I stared into your eyes. And I can hold you close forever, but holding you close and time collides. And I kiss you and I grab your hand, and then you push me and I do it again. In my front yard, soaking wet, and then you get close, you punch my chest. I ask you where we are, and you say, look, it's a shooting star. I wish it would be forever, you and me, but it's too late to pretend, 'cause we know that it's gone once summer ends. Once summer ends, take a road trip to California. I'll pick you up some forest green. We'll take a walk right through the mountains. I'll buy you some mint chocolate chip ice cream. You say, go build me a fire, and then you lay down in my arms. I'll call you my beautiful every day. You say I'm crazy, but I don't care what anyone says. And I kiss you and I grab your hand, and then you push me and I do it again. In my front yard, it's soaking wet, and then you get close, you punch my chest. I ask you where we are, and you say, look, it's a shooting star. I wish it would be forever, you and me, but it's too late to pretend, 'cause we know that it's gone once summer ends. Now that it's over, I must be stronger. I wish that you'd wait for me. Go buy me roses, but you're the only rose I see. And I see that I kiss you and I grab your hand, and then you push me and I do it again. In my front yard, soaking wet, and then you get close, you punch my chest. I ask you where we are, and you say, look, it's a shooting star. I wish it would be forever, you and me. It's too late to pretend, 'cause we know that it's gone once summer ends. Once summer ends. Once summer ends. Once summer ends.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank
No
you.
wonder she wanted you to sing that one. That is awesome.
Thank you. Thanks for the request, Sarah.
Yeah, I love that. That is great. God, Cam, I love your music. It's just
Thank you so much.
I love, not that I've discovered, but you know what I mean. I love discovering artists that I've just come about that I just vibe with their music so much. And I've not heard a song of yours yet that I don't like. So
I really appreciate that. That means a lot.
Yeah, I do. And you're great. You're awesome. Thank you so much for coming on. We're definitely going to have to do it again.
Yes.
I meant that. Like, yeah, when you release a song, let's just plan it like within the couple of days after that. If it, it's convenient for both of us, we'll just, because I love that you're doing that. I think that's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm excited to be doing it. I'm happy that I'm, there's one thing of holding on to your music and it never getting heard by anyone because, you just don't want to release it or worried about that it's not good enough. And that was me for a long time thinking that. And now I'm kind of getting to a point where it's like, you know what, if people don't like it, there will be some people that do. So
exactly. You're not going to please everybody all the time.
Exactly.
It's just impossible. And then there's going to be haters out there that just want to hate because they're jealous.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, I say put it out there and you'll know from the response you get. And I mean, we're going to have live music again one day soon.
One day.
Yeah. So the way I look at it, if you put out a song a month this year, come 2021, you're going to be ready for a full-blown concert. You're going to have all your own songs out there that everybody already knows.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, and you want a concert where everybody's singing along to your songs. So,
definitely.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan to me.
There it is. 2021.
Yeah. Yeah, but so what's happening? I don't think I've asked you this. What's happening in Vegas about opening back up with music and everything? Because I know North Carolina is still being really strict. Nashville started allowing live music, but they're still pretty restrictive about it. So what's happening in Vegas with it?
Yeah, it's the same way out here. They're slowly opening things up. I think tomorrow is the first day of phase 2.
Yeah.
Which I guess they're, some casinos are going to start opening. I mean, not many people can go in, but they're going to start opening. Restaurants are starting to open, and live music in restaurants is allowed, but just I think 50% capacity can be inside.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, very slow. Not much has changed really. It's kind of still everything's very shut down. Things are quiet, but they're slowly trying to open things up. I mean, you're allowed in places if you wear a mask. So hopefully soon. But right now it's very, very selective with places. I mean, they'll have live music if they feel like they can. People are playing live music in the front, like on the patios. But yeah, most restaurants are still closed. It's a lot of takeout only still.
Yeah, that's the way it is here. I don't even think tomorrow that we're going into phase 2, not North Carolina anyway. Right. But now South Carolina has pretty much, they're
normal.
Yeah. And it's a lot because of Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
And the governor wants the economy picked back up, and knowing it was Memorial Day weekend, the tourists would come if he opened things up. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So, because he opened everything up, like I think either Thursday or Friday. Yeah. So South Carolina was, they're like back to normal, but not us. But so that, that affects a lot of the touring from, the folks that are in Nashville. Because I mean, where are you going to go? And to go play somewhere at 50% capacity or 25% capacity,
it's tough. Yeah.
Yeah. Seattle won't until August, they say. Yeah. we've talked about it. And honestly, I don't think any like concerts are going to occur until next year.
Yeah. I don't think so either. I think live streams is the new for now, for the time being.
That's the new normal for you guys. But yeah, I wish our event had turned out differently. I don't know. I'm racking my brain about it. Me and Lizzie are, about how we can do another one and do it differently to where we may just sell tickets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I mean, we had great response from the virtual event. We had tons and tons of views on it. And our nightly interaction with fans were great. It's just, I think when you leave donations optional,
most people choose not to.
Yeah. So I think when they realize that you guys are not going to be out touring, they're not going to see you guys except for in these ways, that they'll be a little bit more receptive to, I mean, what's the harm in buying a $5 ticket? That's, even $10. You're not going to go to a concert for that price.
Yeah.
You're not even going to get into a club for that price.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting seeing what, how people react to that, donations. I mean, I know some people that do pretty well with donations, and then I know other people that, they don't get anything at all. And, they're just as good, or just, it all just depends on the audience who's watching.
Exactly.
I think you're right. I don't think a lot of people realize, how this is really affecting like a musician. Not that it's not affecting everyone else in the world, but I mean, playing live is a huge part of how anyone makes a living. Even the biggest artists on earth, they make money nowadays is touring, and they can't do that either. So it's, I don't think everyone fully grasps the concept of it yet, but hopefully they will.
Oh, exactly. And like I had mentioned at the beginning of our interview, Granger Smith, I watch a lot of his videos on YouTube. I really respect him and his wife. I have so much respect for their family. So I watch their YouTube videos, and he was saying that, and this was at the very beginning of all of this, that if it just lasted like 2 weeks, okay, he'd be fine. But if it went into a month, then that's when he would have to start cutting costs back, like cutting. And he said the last thing he would cut would be his people. Yeah. But he would have to cut back on, lighting or equipment or large equipment. And, I don't know if he rents that stuff. I don't know how most of those guys do. I don't know if he rents or if he buys it. So I don't know if he meant stop renting it or sell it. But that after a month, it would really start affecting his bottom line. And he would have to make big changes before it started. But then it would affect his employees.
Yeah.
And, he's what I consider a big artist. So even though, I mean, he might not be at the level of Tim McGraw, but he's definitely up there. And a lot of people probably think, money's not an issue for him, but they don't think about the business side of it.
Yeah. No, they don't. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where it really hurts people. And somehow I know, Kara tries, people like us, we try to get the word out that this is what helps you guys. But I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll have to figure out the right thing to get it to work.
Yeah, it is definitely interesting. And, it's sad, but, we're all going to get through it. We're all, the musicians are very, at least they try to be pretty active and, supporting each other and all of that. It's pretty, I think the really funny thing is when people look at a musician, anyone of any level or any level of success, people seem to think, oh, they're a musician, they have money.
Yeah.
They're making a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I think that's funny, but
yeah, that can be a misconception. Even the big timers, because it's a proven fact. The more money you have, the more money you spend. So even the big time people, they've got bills to pay. And they got bigger bills to pay than I do. So, you know, most of them's house is probably 5 times the size of mine. So their mortgage is probably 5 times the size of mine. You know? But yeah, it's but one thing I think and I hope that's, I see Kara says, I agree, but it's true. People don't understand that that's how you guys are the only option to make a living for artists. Exactly, Kara. But like I was telling Dan yesterday, I hope that the new normal after all of this is much, what's my word? As many appearances as you guys are making online. And you're like truly connecting with your fans in a more intimate way. Because when they go to concerts, you know, a lot of them are just going to see you from 50 rows back or in a crowded bar, and they never get to approach you. You know, they're seeing you from afar. But on here, it's more intimate. And like with me and Kara, the way we do our interviews, we don't just ask you musical things. You know, we try to make it fun and kind of get to know who you are. So it's making a deeper connection, I think, between you and the fans. So I'm hoping that when all this is over, that connection is going to help bring them out to see y'all more.
I hope so too. And
if that makes sense.
And I think it completely. I think that it's interesting that through a screen is more personal than in person. A lot of times, which is cool too. And it's cool to see. I've seen some people's Instagram lives, you know, bigger artists, Justin Bieber or something like that, and they're actually taking the time to accept people's requests to go live with them, and then he goes and talks with them for, you know, a minute or so and actually has a conversation where, you know, without social media, that would not be a thing at all.
Exactly. Do you know who Blanco Brown is?
Sounds familiar.
I was actually on with him the other night.
Really? That's cool.
Yes, I loved it. He is such a fun guy. Oh my God, he's so fun. And I just happened to click on his live, and I was looking a sight that night. I mean, nobody should have seen me, so I don't even know. But he ended up calling me in on his, and I was like, no way. Because I mean, I hit the request button, but I didn't think he was going to do anything. Next thing I know, my phone's ringing, and it's him requesting, you know, allowing my request to join him. And I'm like, holy crap, I can't ignore it. So, I mean, here I go on with him, but he was so cool and he was so fun. And then my husband came in, and they were actually on, the Instagram live talking about cars, because Blanco was talking about some certain kind of car. I don't know. And so my husband was like, oh, I saw that on Marketplace the other day. And he's like, oh, how about sending me that through the DM? And so I'm like, hey, hello, I'm supposed to be talking to him. But no, they ended up talking about cars and stuff. And I mean, he was just, for a little while, he was just, and he is a normal human being. But sometimes you forget, you know, fans forget that they're just normal human beings. But this is allowing them to be that. You know, because they're not being mobbed out somewhere. They can't stop and talk to somebody, or other, you know, hundreds of people are going to swarm them. In this, they can do that. So I think it's really cool. So I hope, like I said, I hope that brings out the niceness in people when we get back out to doing things live, and they can be more engaging in person, just like it's been like this. I hope. That's my hope anyway.
No, I agree. That would be really nice. You know,
it would be. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. We're all anxiously awaiting what the new normal is going to be.
Definitely. It's definitely going to be a change, but you know, it's going to happen one way. One
way or the other, sometime or another, it's going to happen for real. Definitely. So, All right. Well, Camden, I'll let you go. I know we've been on here for a while, but it's been so much fun. Thanks for coming on. I really enjoy it. Let me hop off with the audience before you hang up with me. But Kara, thanks for tuning in. And everybody else, I'm not sure who's left viewing, but thank you for tuning in. Remember, Camden West Music. You can find him on Facebook, Instagram, and all the music outlets, Spotify, Apple, all of those. So y'all go buy his music. Don't just stream it for free. Buy it because that helps him. And yeah, so download all his music, Camden West, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
And we will see. I will be back on here tomorrow. Guys, I've got 3 interviews tomorrow. I can't remember exactly the times, but look at my Instagram stories and post, and I will post who they are when they are. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.